Hi everyone, this is Ankur from Finstudyclub. So, we're going to talk about the valuations and the negotiations, etc. So, I thought that it will be a good time to, discuss this concept of synergy a bit, in detail. This is a word which you would have already, looked at, discussed, debated, kind of valued also for some people in a different context as well. So, that's exactly the same meaning. There is, nothing, great shades about this. It's just that I will try and put this in the context of merger and acquisitions. Now, you have to understand that merger and acquisition is like, two people coming together. Okay, so these two people have been doing business individually. Now they will be doing business together. So their skill sets, their asset bases, their, the way of doing business is going to combine. It is quite possible, not necessary, but I'm saying it is quite possible that their combined value is more than the value of, the sum total of their individual numbers. Now, if this equation is true, the delta between the two, which is the combined value less a plus b, this delta is what is something called as synergy. So it's like it is 2, it is 3, and let's say they turn out to be 6. So $1 is the synergetic value which is arising because of these two people doing business together. Now, there could be, two levels at which the synergies can originate. The first level is that the combined entity is able to generate higher level of earnings. The other is the combined entity is able to get a better multiple, the PE multiple. Now, to explain that, I would like to take help of equity valuation level 1 concept, the multiple based valuation model. Now, very simply, I'm going to write M cap is equal to P by E multiplied by total earnings. So what I've done is, if this is per share, the resultant is per share, and this is total, then the resultant is also total. Okay, so that's just simple to understand. Now what I'm here to explain is the total market cap of any company or any combined entity for that matter is going to go up because of two reasons. One, if the multiple goes up, or second, if the earnings go up. Point number B is a matter of hard work, and it is, still, it is in control of the company to some extent. But point number A is market driven. So this market price level synergy is basically your A going up, while your earning level synergy is basically your B going up. Let's talk about A going up first, which is this quadrant. A is going to go up when the market believe that with the combined management, the quality of the corporate governance and the transparency which earlier was there is going to go up. So multiple is basically a symbol of confidence which the market and the different participants put or assign to a particular $1 of earnings. So if the markets feel more confident, they're going to assign a higher multiple. Okay, so on and so forth. So that's your market price level multiple. Let's say A was getting a multiple of, let's say, 10 and B was getting a multiple of 8. Combined entity continue to get a multiple of 10. So there is no delta as far as A is concerned, but there is a delta of 2 times as far as B is concerned. So the earnings of B, which were earlier getting a multiple of 8, will now start getting a multiple of 10. So there is an extra 2 times multiple. This is where the synergy in terms of market price level comes up. Let's talk about the easier aspect now, which is the earning level. Now, earning is basically the profit after tax, which is dependent on revenue and cost. So if you look at the literature of merger and acquisitions, you will see that the synergy can happen because of revenues going up, or synergies can happen because cost going down. Now, revenue going up is basically a function of A and B coming out with some products wherein the sale of one product leads to sale of the other. So maybe it's a complementary product, or let's say you're selling it at the same place. So it's basically to do with the demand side of it. The other cost, the other way of looking at synergy is the cost level synergy, in which A and B put together were incurring a cost of X, and now combined entity is let's say putting a cost which is less than X. So, and there could be so many reasons for that, which is, let's say, sharing of overheads, sharing of manpower, some, research and development, know-how being shared, etc., etc. So it's just easier to understand. And sometimes there is also some tax saving. So let's say the cost, let's say, so the loss of one entity being used to set off the profit of the other entity, which means the overall tax implication goes down, and therefore there is some kind of a tax synergy. So that's your earning level synergies, is what we are kind of talking about. What you have to understand and appreciate the fact is that quadrant A and quadrant B both are independent of each other. We totally agree that the final product C is a derivative, or it's a function of A and B put together, but A and B compared to each other, with respect to each other, are absolutely independent. Okay, so that's broadly the note on synergy. So I hope that the understanding is a bit better. So so let's now understand the next topic on, let's say, how much do you want to negotiate, in which you're going to talk about how much share of synergy does each one company gets. Okay, so stay tuned. Thank you.